Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
Market, nice rebound. We're looking pretty slippery there over the weekend. Bitcoin dominance is popping up very high. You know, sort of a make it or break it moment. Got some good news. FSB chairman tells the G20 that cryptos don't pose a risk. Some old white guy told a bunch of older white guys that crypto's not a threat yet. It's basically what that translates to. People took that as a good buying opportunity. You know, it's funny. This is why I don't try to time markets. Because I have, like I said, I have a lot of analysts, traders. It's very tough. You don't know what this chairman's going to say until he says it. So you don't know what news is going to affect the market. So that's why I buy the dip. I buy the fucking dip. Dollar cost average. That's it. Dollar cost average, buying the dip. That's all I'm doing. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing special. I set really deep lures in the most illiquid markets on the coins that I want. You can find illiquid markets on liquid coins. You just got to find the right one. I did a video on that. And that's what I do. I just get super discounts. And I'm no FOMO. You got to have Zen in you. I mean, I was telling people, if you don't have coins that you want really bad that you don't invest in, what I call Zen moves, meaning there'll be a coin I really want. I know it's going to do great, but I don't invest in it just for the practice of non-attachment. Then you're probably over-diversified. Or you don't do enough research. There's some coins that are burning you on the inside that you know are going to do great, but you don't invest in it, then you haven't done enough research, or you're probably over-diversified. So, and this is what I'm, you know, the thing about Vibe, like I was just buying all these cheap coins. Vibe was pretty much free. And then they make an announcement and it goes up, you know, it's up over 120% at one point. And that's the thing, like you never know what bit of news is going to come out until it hits. And then it just shoots, right? There's not really, you can't, you know, I'm going to poke fun at my chart guys for a second. But dude, charts are very, very fucking important. I'm not lying. Like if there's no news, and if the coin, and plus the coin has to be a little bit more liquid. Coin has to be a little bit more liquid. But, you know, it's just like, man, we got, you know, and then just out of nowhere, it's just crazy. Like, I've seen coins that have just gone straight up. You know, just like that defies all logic. Something that would be goofy to say. And be like, all right, guys, right about here, it's just going to go, and it's just going to fucking triple. It's very difficult. So that's why I'm a big fan of doing both, right? Partnering up, doing both. But like I said, I have a game. It's like freeze tag. I buy the dip, and after that, if I feel like playing around, then let's see. If I feel like playing around with the remainder, so I buy the dip here. Let's just say I'm just some dude that buys the dip 100% of my capital right here, just of my investing capital, not my fucking house. So I buy the dip right here, and it goes up, and I want to sell some. Well, I'm going to keep a nest egg, right? I'm going to keep about 30, 40, 50% nest egg, 60%, depends on the coin. It varies. But let's say for this one, I'll just keep 50%. I got 50% to play with that I'm going to try to make more money out of. So I'm going to sell some here, right? Maybe buy that same amount back on this dip, sell it again up here, kind of goes nothing, then sell some more, and then sell some more. And then what happens is something called getting shook out the game, where you sell it all and then it just keeps mooning and you're like, well, what the fuck? That's fine. You got shook out the game. It's like a game of freeze tag. You keep hitting people with the ball and freezing them until your ass get froze, until you get hit when you get out the game. That's fine. Never sell for a loss. That's the whole strategy. You just keep selling for a win, then you never sell for a loss. Never buy on the pump. I only buy back, right? If it goes below my cells up here. So if it goes below these cells, then I'll buy back accordingly. Like I would have bought back on this dip, sold back here, yada, yada. Meanwhile, I always have my nest egg here, just in case the thing just decides to just go forever, never come back down. I have my nest egg. I don't get fucked because I never know when it's going to come back down. And that's how I do it. And I go hard on my 50% because I'm not taking a loss. I'm either frozen, meaning I bought it and then, it went below or above. Right, it shook me out the game, like I was saying. Like if you sold out right here, you're not going to buy more up here. You're froze, right? Because it went above your sell point. When it dips below, you can buy back. But let's say you bought back and then it kept dipping. Well, you're froze because you can't sell because you're not going to sell for a loss. That's what I do, right? And I do it frantically. I'm like Goku. I just go out there, I go crazy. I try to make as much money off that 50% as possible, knowing that I'm protected because I'm never going to sell for a loss in BTC value. So we should have BTC out here, obviously. But yeah, never selling for a loss in BTC value. That's what I do. Have fun. Be responsible. What else do we have? So there's many blockchains popping up. Many blockchains. Tons of blockchains. We're hearing all the time, right? As foreseen, big companies coming out with their own blockchains. You have IBM. IBM's fucking sneak ass. All they're doing is going around partnering up with all these badass blockchains projects and just stealing their ideas. It's open sourced. A lot of these aren't closed source patented projects. IBM's like, hey, what's going on, guys? Slap my bumper sticker on your website. Let me see what's under the hood. And now they're coming out with some computer that's smaller than a grain of rice. And it's going to be on the blockchain to help shipping. It's just the beginning. These corporations are going to try to be sneaky, create their own shit. You got Venezuela government, U.S. government's trying. They're going to basically try to shut it down or put sanctions on the cryptocurrency, their national cryptocurrency, which is going to be a crazy battle, right? Because the whole centralized, just moving it to the blockchain doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. Because you can still inflate it at will. It's still a centralized blockchain run by people who don't have a great history of running a monetary system and inflation. So it has to be decentralized. That's the whole point of creating currency. So you're going to see everyone attempt because they missed the fucking point and they want more money. Going to be all these governments coming out of left field. Got my coin, buy my coin, got all these kinds of coins. And then the smart ones are going to be accumulating large chunks of the public blockchains. That's where it's going to be. Cooperating with them. The public blockchains, trying to regulate it as much as you can, like the internet, right? Like the internet came, you have to look at it just like that. It kind of just felt like a blanket and everyone had to set up their tents really fucking quick. That's what happened. Like there wasn't some, you can't go to the internet guy and kick in his door and shut down the entire internet. Like, there's patches, everyone has, there's satellites now. That game's over. And that's kind of like how blockchain is going to happen. However, blockchain's a little bit different, right? Because now, we don't want, it's a very slippery slope. It's kind of like if you watch Star Wars, the dark side versus the good side. The dark side would be if all these centralized entities made their blockchains and everyone just flocked to those like they do Walmart, all of that stuff. That's not what we want, guys. We want to be able to have public decentralized blockchains that the governments partake in, because the governments are supposed to work for the people. They're supposed to be a part of the people, right? We elect them. They're part of us. High five. We're supposed to be friends. We're supposed to be on the same level, the same, working for each other. But that's not what it is. And in a lot of countries, that's far from what it is. So very, very slippery slope. That's why it's very, very important right now to support the public blockchains that you believe in, before, people just get swept away with a Walmart coin, Google coin, Amazon coin. I guess that's going to bring me up to the next point. It's funny, Mark Zuckerberg's sister likes Bitcoin Cash. You saw it on the on a tweet. She was actually like tweeting hardcore, and it pisses me off because I'm like, all right, cool. There's a lot of people hit Bitcoin Cash, but then you look at the comments and they're just like, oh, Bitcoin Cash is trash. What are you doing? You're fucking, basically attacking her. That's not what you want. Like, if you really truly believe Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash is just going to go to zero, then let it work, right? But a lot of those were bots, I have to say, because they're saying the same shit. It was bullshit. So whoever's running that shit, and I don't think it's the Blockstream or anything like that. I'm thinking that it's just people who have a lot of Bitcoin and want to see Bitcoin Cash go down. You know, that's just that simple. Or people do just, you know, whatever you want to call it. Even if you want to say, oh, it's the most centralized blockchain, yada, 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 we can't let it win. Instead of attacking, you raise awareness for Bitcoin. Because if you attack people that get into the ring, you know, especially powerful people that get into crypto trying to support it, if you attack them, then it's going to make the culture, it's going to make the crypto culture look bad as a whole. You're not only hurting Bitcoin Cash, you're not only talking shit about Bitcoin Cash, you're talking shit about Bitcoin. Because you know, let's say you scare her off and she runs away, then she's going to be like, well, man, those crypto people are just terrible. You know, you get in there and they're animals. If you don't support their coin, then they're going to attack you. That's all we want. You know, you want to win. If you're playing this game of sport, you don't have to sit there and say, oh, your team sucks. Your team sucks. You out fucking play them, and the scoreboard's on the score. You know, you get the score at the end of the game. That's how it should be. Let them fight. Let them play. Don't fucking sit there being cheerleaders, attacking, cussing, ranting on. I just absolutely hate that. Like, I don't care. Like, you don't see me on Ripple Twitter fucking, oh, Bankster coin. It's not what it's about. If somebody wants to fucking invest in Ripple, that's fine. But it's a friendly community. But hey, man. You know, that's fine. Respect your opinion with Ripple, but you might want to check out Bitcoin. Not Ripple's a fucking bankster coin. You're scum for supporting it. It's not good for fucking crypto, guys. I don't know why I keep seeing it as a recurring theme. But somebody like Mark Zuckerberg's sister comes in and you're calling her names just because she supports Bitcoin Cash is not the way to go. Period. That's just acting like a fucking child, and it's hurting everyone, making everyone look bad. So I guess I'm going to talk about the last little bit. What was I going to talk about? So people have been saying that EOS had been dumping Ether because there was this huge, huge crash in the ETH price. Let's see the 7 days. Right here, just out of nowhere, just boom. It went down a lot harder, double bottom. Looks like butt cheeks. So somebody dumped, right? There's the butt cheeks. We know it's a dump if somebody busts out the butt cheeks that hard. That's the thing. Like they did the research trying to track the wallets. That's fine. Like, what do you expect though? Like, I don't know. I've said that when I was buying EOS at fucking 50 cents. I was like, dude, they're gonna have a lot of fucking Ethereum, and they're gonna have a lot of power to sway the market, and it's not gonna be illegal. Like, right? Like they can dump anytime they want. It's their Ethereum. No one can stop them. That's very powerful when. Not only are you claiming to have a better product, you have more money to raise, you have a very strong team. Not only that, but then you have Ethereum by the balls when you have so much Ethereum that you can strategically dump. I mean, I'm just acting like if I was in the Warrior seat, like, you know, don't front. If you were in EOS's seat and you had a bunch of Ethereum, what are you doing? I know there's some other people who are like, well, I would do it, spread it out, and try to make it nice and fair, and you'll probably get your shit eaten. You know, you're probably gonna lose. This is the real world. This is dog eat dog. Ethereum and EOS aren't friends. I'm just saying, like, don't expect it to be pretty. I think that when they do decide to liquidate, and there was a lot of rumblings about the SEC, is Ethereum actually a legal security? All this bullshit that can, you know, if you're talking about billions of dollars, I would just look out for that. That's why I'm saying, if you believe in the project, the price shouldn't matter because user adoption is eventually going to take over. If you believe in the project, you don't care about the fucking price now. Doesn't matter. When Ethereum becomes the quote-unquote world supercomputer, and that shit happens, and everything's built on Ethereum, and Ethereum's running, you know, votes, and people are putting their, you know, real estate and titles and contracts all on the Ethereum blockchain, then the price is just going to reflect. Then it's just going to be by demand. You're going to have not only speculation, you're going to have people who are investing in it as just a store of value, because once you've built up that kind of infrastructure, you can invest it into like a grade A stock where you can feel a little bit more comfortable once the infrastructure is built. And then there's going to be the demand, the people who actually need Ethereum to build on the Ethereum platform. That's when the price is going to go up. So if you're constantly looking at the price now, the only reason you look at the price, the only reason I look at the price is for buy entry points. That's it, right? I'm not trying to buy on pumps. I want to buy on dumps. That's it. But after I buy it, I'm not attached to the fucking price. I don't care. If it goes down lower, then I buy it more. That's it. And I'm not going to bitch at myself for not buying it when it goes lower, because I know that's not life. Once you kind of let it, I'm going to kill it here. Once you let it go, once you become non-attached, you can say, I don't give a fuck. I'm making the best decision in the moment right now. And whatever happens after that, I don't care. I don't have control over it. And if I do care, it's going to subtract from my overall consciousness at this moment. At this moment, it's all that matters. What happened yesterday does not fucking matter. All that matters is right now, how many tokens you have right now. It doesn't matter how long you held, how bad you are. If you're down 90%, it doesn't fucking matter. What only matters is what you have right now. You move ahead, you make the best of it, or you're not, or you're just going to be a stumble effect. And then it's going to be like, it's going to be a double whammy. It's like, oh, not only did you make a big mistake, that mistake killed you because you're so focused on you. It was a double whammy. At any time, if you're, I'm just saying, like, the mentality is very important in times like this. We go to the market and we're seeing, the coins just busting 30, 40%, 100%, some of them, in the blink of an eye. It's just, it's going to be, I'm going to hear a lot of people who are going to be overexcited. And then when it dumps, they're they're crazy. They're like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. It's just, man, if only you can just flip on this switch and understand that when you pick a coin that you believe in, you'll be like, okay, I've done the research. I'm happy with this coin. You invest in it, the price doesn't matter after that, guys. Right now, I'm not fucking happy. Oh my God, everything's up for Qton 40%. I bought some. Oh my God, that's amazing. I don't care. I'm worrying about 5 years from now. I especially don't care about this. Why don't I care about this? Because I'm not buying it on a pump. If that was a negative right there, then I'd be a lot more interested. That's the difference. I'm not happy. This is cool. Whatever. Doesn't matter. If this project succeeds, this little bitch-ass number right here is not going to matter. Just like the people who were fucking charting and worrying about Bitcoin when it was, $20. One guy bought it for $3 and he was mad he sold it for $8 because now it's 13. I mean, that's just the price lookers. Like, I don't know how rich you need to be, but if you could pick a coin and if it does successful, it's going to go up dramatically in value because this is the infancy. It's not, if we haven't even graced $1 trillion. We've been under $500 billion for a very long time. That is nothing. The fucking G20 didn't say crypto posed a threat because it's less than 1%. People are worried and bitching about 1%. We're a speck in the dust. We're a grain in this fucking giant pile. So this is the time to research, find projects that you believe in. That's all I can preach. It's worked for me. Work for you, it might not, but I feel confident preaching what I can preach because it's fucking worked for me. And when it works for you, you walk with a little bit bigger of a swagger because you can preach and you can say, hey, I don't give a fuck what you think. I've done it and it worked for me. So right now is the age of research. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It really doesn't. It matters about what you do today to create value. Create value. Humans love the process. I don't know how much money you have. You're constantly looking for a new project, a new endeavor, because the moment you stop growing, the moment you become stagnant. So enjoy the process now. Enjoy the research. Make your life a lot better. Yeah, I'm going to kill it here. Cheers. Peace.